What's up, Fisherman Fanatics? So back at you with another video. As I said before, I'm going to try to get back into shooting more videos, recording more videos, and getting them up on the channel. And hopefully we'll be able to record more than just the fish room itself, although I will still bring you guys updates and whatnot on those. So today we're going to talk about sexing Livebearers, meaning which ones are males, which ones are females. And in some cases it's easier to tell than others. These are all of my half black Moscow guppies, and you can see the males, as the ones right there, are a lot more brilliant, have a lot more color, and their tails tend to be a lot thicker, fuller, wider, what have you. And then you have the females, which are a lot less colored up. They have some color on the tail, and not always do they, but that's one easy way to tell. Just by looking at adults, the males tend to have the most color, the females tend to have very little to no color. And usually if the females have color, it's going to be in their tails, and only their tails. There are instances where the females, in terms of guppies, will have more color, but it all depends on how the strain's been raised. So you can breed out for specific traits, which we can get into a little bit later. But as you can see on these males, there's a female there, and then the male is chasing after her. And what I'm going to try to do is get a picture to insert here. But on the males, you'll see that they have what's called a gynapodium. It's a very long, thin, clear pole that comes out from the bottom of their body, whereas the females don't have that. And what the males will do is they will chase the females, as you can see, to try to impregnate them. And then for Livebearers, the reason that they're called Livebearers is that they take the sperm from the male and they will raise the eggs inside of their stomach or their womb, and then they will give birth to live fry. Whereas most other species of fish will just lay eggs, the male will fertilize the eggs, and then they go on about their day. But you can see on these, there's a really big female. These guys know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a while. There's tons of fry in this tank. But you can see also on the female, another easy way to tell is that she has that dark spot at the back of her stomach. That's called a gravid spot. When the females are pregnant, the gravid spot will get darker and darker and darker and larger and larger and larger, indicating that she's getting close to dropping fry. Like this one's getting pretty close. So like I said, on guppies, it's relatively easy to tell the difference between males and females. Even when they're younger, you can tend to see the coloring starting to happen, so you'll know. Now if you have something that's not a Livebearer, or not a guppy, but a different type of Livebearer, such as these guys, these are Limias, the same rule is going to apply in terms of looking for the gynapodium versus the gravid spot. Now, the males will have that gynapodium, that long, thin, stick-like appendage that's sticking from the bottom of their stomach, and the females will not. The females will grow a gravid spot as well, and their stomachs will become a lot more round and fuller, and that's how you know you have a female versus a male. Now on these guys, they don't like to cooperate, but I have one female that's pregnant in here. This one's a male in the corner. That one's actually a female. The females again will not have that gynapodium, whereas the males will. But I mean, it applies pretty much to Livebearers in general. Let me see if I can zoom in there. There's a good sized female there. And you can see on the male, over at the center of the screen, just underneath the moss, there's that long like pole that's sticking out from the bottom of his body. That's the gynapodium. Same thing with this one. There you go. Good shot of it right there. You can see how it just kind of sticks out. And then on the females, they don't have that. So that's how you can tell the difference between them. For the most part, It's going to be like that in case of almost every Livebearer. And you can see we have quite a few of them. These are the Godiads, the red-tailed splitfin Godiads, or Xenotoka eisnei. These are fry. Well, they're actually juvies now. They were fry. But you can see it's going to be the same thing with these guys, and it's going to be a lot harder to tell because they're smaller, but the males will have the gonopodium, the females will not. And the females will develop the dark spot on the back of their stomach as well, the gravid spot. So I mean, this is just a couple of different variances, because we have quite a few Livebearers. Let me see if I can find any of the platies that like to hide in here. There's one. Nope. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of them right now. So, I don't know. We have one that's in a basket over here that's pregnant we're waiting on. She's a female. But it's going to be really hard to see her because she likes to hide. In that little box, she's really good at it too. But either way, you guys get the idea. So males will have gonopodiums, females will not. And you can see these guppies are vicious. They want to eat all the time. But that's the easiest way to tell. If you're doing just guppies, the most colorful ones tend to be the males, the less colorful ones tend to be the females. But the guaranteed way to tell the differences between male and female is the gonopodium, the gravid spot, and then the colors. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, drop them in the box below. If you haven't already, do us a huge favor. Hit that like, subscribe, and share button, as it does help us out quite a bit. And as always, happy fish keeping.